It can take a few minutes.
Okay, we are live, you dumbass.
Let me refresh this.
No, you don't need to refresh it. We're already live.
Okay.
We're live.
But I'm refreshing on another thing and I don't see anything. Okay. This is my inaugural live stream chat. I have as guests Griffix, this Sandre Guy. We're going to talk about. I'm already drunk heavily, so hello everyone. Let's get this thing started off. What are your favorite alcoholic drinks, people?
Alcoholic drinks.
Yes. All of the above.
All of the above. Everything.
No, seriously though, I can't drink anything with barley because that will sort of destroy my guts, literally. So no beer, and I try to stay away from most whiskeys as well. But other than that, it's fine.
I also have a problem with beer, even though I absolutely love it. I have to limit myself to 2-3 beers a day, basically. But whiskey is no problem. Schnapps, how is it? How does it taste? I've never had schnapps.
Schnapps doesn't taste like anything. Schnapps is just like fire. It burns. It's horrible. It burns in the stomach. It's painful. It's disgusting. But it just makes you drunk really fast. That's pretty much the point.
You know, schnapps is sort of like, you know, I mean, look, if you're going to celebrate in the summer, it wouldn't be complete without schnapps. It's sort of like the STD you get after you lose your virginity to a German whore. It's the memory you keep.
That's a weird thing. Like,
oh,
hey, Habeeb.
Who the fuck invited this fucking degenerate?
It's me. I did. Sorry.
You should be fucking.
you don't need to apologize. It's your stream. Yes, I was invited.
I'm going to invite Bearing as well.
Yeah, as a sort of exactly. Habeeb is welcome. So we'll ask a non-alcohol drinker. So yeah, maybe. Come on, speak, guys. Fuck. What the hell? What the hell?
Yeah, that's the thing about starting a hangout with no real subject.
I've already started a question. What is your favorite alcoholic drink?
Alcoholic drink in general. Alcohol in general. I'd like to drink wine mostly from the comfort of my home. On evenings, I like to drink whiskey. But to be honest, I keep pauses. Meaning, when I drink in one week, I don't drink for the entire next week, and that what you hear right now was a beer.
Okay, even though I try and stay away from them, I would have to say that my favorite drinks are actually whiskeys of different sorts. But yeah, I am trying to stay away from them. Although there are some ryes that are entirely made out of corn, for instance, but I don't seem to be able to find any here in Sweden. I will have to order in that case, but yeah, whiskey is definitely my favorite.
What type of whiskey, for example? Do you guys like a single malt, a blended, or Irish whiskey? They're the three. I'm not going to include bourbon into this chat because bourbon is another category. I'll just continue. I'll just restrict it to European drinks for now, until an American joins if he wants.
Well, I have only been, I mean, when it comes to whiskey, I've only been drinking single malt and blended, actually, but both of those contain barley, and since I found out this summer, like 9 months ago, that I was allergic to it, I can't drink it anymore. But something that I like except for whiskey, which is also very delicious, it's actually cognac. I love cognac.
That would be totally different because that's distilled grapes, basically.
Yeah, I know, but it's good too. It has its own specific flavor. it's hard to describe, but it's I don't know.
I find that
Do you enjoy it for the aftertaste? Because I enjoy cognac for the aftertaste mostly.
it's just I don't know. It's hard to describe, but it's yeah. I would say that it's the aftertaste. It has more of an aftertaste than, for instance, whiskey.
don't you guys find that it's slightly sweet though?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why it's so popular to have cognac in chocolate, for instance, because it is a bit sweet.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's sort of it's a little more of a feminine version of whiskey, I would say, even though it's made out of grapes.
I wouldn't say very feminine because there are a couple of stages when you produce whiskey, cognac, brandy cognac. There is the initial stage when it comes out of the distillation process. You can basically translate it to firewater. We call it here aguardente in Portugal. Spain has its own name, and there are very other. Basically, it's a brandy. If you age that brandy, I've drunk aged brandies that are quite whiskey-like. They're not sweet. They're quite rough. In fact, they're quite. They burn you a bit. While whiskey, no, what the fuck am I talking about? While cognacs are quite sweet, and some other brandies are sweet. Have you ever tried those type of drinks? We have a couple of them here. We call them aguardentes in Portugal.
Aguardentes. I've heard the word
like
aguardentes, but I never heard of that before. No.
I mean, we have something here in Sweden called brännvin, and it's, I mean, if you're gonna translate it directly into English, it's burning wine, and I think that's pretty much a perfect name for it because it's entirely made out of fucking potatoes, and it's almost like vodka, but even stronger. You know.
Hello, Moka.
Hi.
Oh, hello, Moka. Glad you're here as well. Yeah.
Hi, Moka.
Yeah,
Hello.
it's good that you came because we needed a real pair of tits, not the small kind that Griffiths has.
Absolutely. You're always welcome, by the way.
Do you mind if you show a little bit of a cleavage?
Actually, I was coming on here to bitch at Kraut, so
Yeah, I promised her a Skype call.
he promised me a Skype call 5 hours ago, and he said I'll be done in 10 minutes. Just hold steady. So I've been holding steady for 5 fucking hours.
Oh, no,
You fucking asshole! You're a fucking piece of shit, Kraut.
Oh no, he didn't, girlfriend.
Oh yeah, he did.
Oh shit, no. Nigga Kraut, listen to me, okay? You ain't nothing but a hopeless Negro, okay? You ain't never gonna be one of the gangbangers that's gonna have any kind of booty on Skype, okay? Because you don't know how to treat the ladies, you understand?
That is one of the best Southern accents
Word.
I've heard in a bit. Yeah.
It's sort of a black Southern ghetto accent.
No, it's not. You sound a
Stockholm.
lot Lindsey Graham, for fuck's sake. That American politician.
Yeah.
Oh, lordy me.
But yeah, Kraut, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I know, I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah, you promised.
You know,
Alright,
He promised me yesterday. No, he promised me fucking yesterday, man.
he's a hopeless womanizer, that's what he is.
I'm not a womanizer.
Oh, please, I heard your fucking call to the SJW psychic, NC Clark.
But you better not wuss out on me in like an hour because you told me you'd be on my stream today. With
Okay,
Barry.
no, I promise I won't wuss out.
Yeah, with Baring. With Baring.
Yeah, I will be there. I'm going to make some coffee
'Cause
after this beer.
Because actually, I'm not gonna lie, I've had a horrible day. My car broke down on me, so I had to fix my car. Then I waited on Kraut, and I'm like, well, goddamn. So then I had to fix another part of my car because I heard slam outside. So I had to go out there, and one of the I don't know why, but one of the axles fucking ripped. So then I had to
This
fix the axle.
yeah.
And
This is the beer that I'm celebrating this inaugural hangout with. It's a very special beer. It was given to me by a British friend, and it's quite good.
Yeah,
Continue,
the way they process the beer is that they have the person whose piss they're gonna use to only eat a certain diet.
No, that's not British beer. British and German and European beer are quite very good.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest here. They do have a little bit of fecal matter too, but
Kraut,
still.
I fixed my car. Don't worry about it.
And what's wrong with the fecal matter?
I don't know, dude. If you're into scat, I'm perfectly fine with that. Okay, I'm not judging.
I'm not saying it's fine with scat. I'm saying if you have anal sex, and then I won't elaborate.
Are you one of those people who licks the fucking condom after doing anal?
No, I don't do it. No,
it's okay, dude. You can come out to us, okay? We won't judge you.
Yeah, live on the internet.
I admit to things I do, but I don't do anal.
You know, Habeeb is a camel fucker, but nobody judges him. Just saying.
Yeah, I moved out of Saudi though. I miss the camels.
Yeah.
Camel milk is quite good. Fermented camel milk makes a very good alcoholic drink, by the way.
Stop, that sounds like the most disgusting thing I've ever heard. Fermented camel milk, what the fuck?
I actually tried it. Not very tasty, sir, but yeah.
I'm not saying it's tasty, I'm saying it's alcoholic.
Well, a lot of things are alcoholic, but I wouldn't drink them.
I mean, when they get the camel milk, do they just put a fucking metallic straw right in the fucking hump of the camel and just sprays out?
I would not have a clue. I don't know. But some of the single malt whiskies are quite good. Getting back on track. Jeez, you guys are like. I have a list of good stuff.
I'm just saying, if you invite me to a stream, you have to realize that I'm the fucking moist lord, okay? Like, you never know what I'm about to say. You brought this on your own, bitch.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
Will you be up in an hour, Mr. Sandre Guy?
I don't know. I've been studying like a fucking maniac all day. I'm fucking tired. So I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be able to do this. Actually, I might very well fucking fall asleep during this hangout.
This stream will not go after 12:30 p.m. a.m. 12:30 midnight GMT +1.
Yeah,
London. Yeah. So.
But by the way, our favorite furry just arrived.
I can't believe you. Where have you seen people fucking licking condoms after anal sex, man? That doesn't happen, man.
Dude.
I have no clue on that, man.
Dude, I'm just saying, okay.
He's Swedish.
Dude, no. Bearing. Unlike you, I don't judge people, okay? Like if you were one of those people who likes to lick the condom after doing anal, I'm fine with that too, okay?
Do you only lick the outside, or do you put it all in and like lick the cum out and everything? You do that, yeah.
You have to unroll it, by the way. You have to turn it inside out to do that.
No, because then you don't get any fucking shit. You gotta get some shit, because that's the whole point. You just don't anal.
Actually, I actually heard on the radio a few years ago. There was this Swedish girl who asked a sexologist on the Swedish radio, and I'm not making this shit up. Okay, this actually happened. She asked the sexologist if it was necessary to change condom if you've done anal and then you want to do vaginal.
And what was the
What's
answer?
a sexologist?
Sexologist, it's somebody who knows a lot about sex, essentially.
Yeah, we have an institute of that in Hamburg.
I'm a sexologist.
Yeah. Well, I think we're actually the only country in Europe which has a faculty for sexual sciences. And I mean actual sex science, like they do brain scans on people while they're having sex and shit like that.
I am absolutely sorry to hear that, Kraut.
Have you seen the scans when someone's having sex? It's so cool. It really is.
Is it?
Yeah.
I prefer
it dance like your like it looks like it's dancing in your brain. It's so cool. But then like you can tell guys losing oxygen in the brain, which is the funniest shit ever.
It has a pedophile.
And like women get more oxygen in the brain during sex. It's pretty interesting.
It has a pedophile research and therapy center, and a lot of people hate it because of that. Essentially, there's a number if you feel sexually attracted to children, you can call that number, and you can get pretty much they'll contact you and they'll ask you to turn up there and they'll do experiments on you. I guess I don't know. They kind of research your brain in certain ways, and that's what they're trying to do.
What they actually will do, I think, is that they will put a sensor around the circumference of your dick, and then they will show you videos of children who are in various phases of undress, and then they will see if you actually get an erection. And
what they do, as far as I know, I read about it a couple of months ago. What they're trying to do is find a therapeutic cure for pedophilia or something. I don't know.
Hey, did you guys remember how we were supposed to talk about alcohol?
Yeah.
No,
Baring.
Pedophilia, of course.
Baring, are you ready for the my stream in an hour?
I was in an hour. Fucking hell. I'm meant to be doing one with Liberal Lunacy at like 11 o'clock or something, I think. I'll jump on at some point.
Okay.
Alright.
I'll be there.
Yeah. Nei Mad, are you coming?
What?
Are you coming?
Where?
On my stream. It happens every single Wednesday.
Oh, you have a stream on Wednesday? You mean when I can't fucking watch it because it's too fucking late?
Yeah,
why
I can schedule my streams for Tuesday before you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh God, I released a video today, and some of the comments I received was pretty interesting.
All the comments.
All right, if you don't mind, if I could get to them real quick. The comments were, like I said, interesting.
I made some comments.
Yeah, I saw that. Commented yourself. Where'd it go? I can't see it. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
I got to the comments. Did you remove it? Not playing for me. Wait, there it is. All good. Who's that faggot at the start? Yes, you do sexualize yourself. Okay, here's my favorite one. Oh my gosh, I love this one so much. Your singing is fucking adorable. Your accents are adorable. I want to take this video and shove it into my vagina.
I made that.
Oh, that's very graphic imagery. Now, can we get back to alcohol for fuck's sake? You guys are absolutely.
Yeah, I just picked up some. I picked up some of the empty wine bottles I have lying around here. There's quite a lot of them actually. Let's see what we have here.
How much can you talk about alcohol? Yeah, I'm drinking fucking.
Germany has absolutely low alcohol wine. It doesn't go above 11%.
That's fuck all.
Well, most of it here is Spanish and Italian. Falls Dornfelder lieblich.
The Southern Europe has
lieblich. Here you go.
Awesome wines. I drink a not local wine. It's it's Portuguese wine. It's from the Douro River region. It has. It's a place about 100. It's about 30-40 kilometers from where I live, on a straight line as the crow flies. Douro, yeah. It's a river, but it's also a region. It's where port wine is made, but they also make normal wine apart from the port wine. And that wine that is not port wine, it's very, very good. I love it. It's our most expensive wine. It's called in Portuguese Barca Velha, or Old boat. It's not released every year. It's only released in certain vintages. So it can go between 5 years without releasing the products.
Kraut drinks fucking incredibly cheap Portuguese wine.
No, it's Spanish mainly. I don't
Oh,
know.
is it?
I have to take a look if I find something Portuguese. Maybe.
Anything from Alentejo or a DAO down. That's also quite good.
What do you guys think about white wine?
Only with fish
Yeah.
and
We have-
lamb.
Yeah, not man.
Yeah, I can't drink red wine because I suffer from migraines, and just drinking one fucking glass of it will feel like I have. It will actually feel like my head is in the vice of N.C. Clark's Big Lips.
Mine actually feels like I just stuck a dagger into my brain, but you know.
Hey, just off alcohol, kind of. What's a Portuguese breakfast?
Portuguese breakfast. It depends on the zone because the area. I'm from the north, the absolute north, the Celtic north. So
I'm talking about
Portuguese
the sex move, like not food.
Isn't the
We don't have-
Portuguese breakfast doing the fucking pool boy?
No.
What does that mean?
Well, yeah, exactly. What the?
Oh,
fuck
literally doing the pool boy.
Oh, boy.
It's nothing. It's nothing. How are you, NC?
Muchos moist.
Hey guys. I finally released that video, Sandre.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yay.
It was wonderful.
ANC. Oh yeah.
Hey. Oh man, I'm never
Thank
doing
you-
that
thank you
again.
for
What's the-
being here.
What's the video about?
It's nothing.
Oh, it now sounds awesome.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, what's it about?
Nothing.
It has to be about
Nothing.
something.
It's not. No, it's not.
Your favorite sexual . Or is it like
No.
Oh, okay.
The gypsy.
When I get bored, I pretend to be Stephanie Guthrie for fun.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's great. And so someone, I think on Twitter, we were talking about different careers SJWs can have since their degrees are worthless. We went through like, I don't know, weather reporter, I don't know, something silly. And then we got to like just being a psychic. And they were like, yeah, that would make total sense.
You can
So
be
I pretended to be a SJW psychic for like 2 videos.
you can be a psychic with SJW courses. What the fuck?
Mhm.
Wow, I should try that.
You just need a crystal ball and like some cards. You can be a psychic. They're all fakes anyway. I mean, they're all fabulous people.
Yes, they are exactly.
Please don't put a curse on me.
I've never seen any of these in all my life, but I have a crystal ball actually, because I managed to steal one buy one from a flea market.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
You're a gypsy in disguise, aren't you?
Gypsy in disguise? Is that some kind of saying or something?
No.
No, it just means a gypsy in disguise, man.
That would be a Chrissy Brink. No, not Chrissy Brinkley. The other one.
You know, gypsy in disguise, isn't that just another fucking code word for kleptomaniacs?
It's where they go when they're ashes. They float up into the sky.
Our gypsies here in Portugal are quite good people. Oh, they're quite fine.
Yeah, they're good people everywhere except Romania, because in Romania they're fuck poor. They're just really
Ours
poor.
are also very, very poor. Trust me, they are. They are fucking poor.
You know,
Yeah,
the-
but
the-
you-
you know,
Nothing compared to what they are like in Eastern Europe, because as a lot of leftists like to forget, the communists treated the gypsies like shit. They really
Yes.
did.
As did our Salazar, our dictator. Exactly. No, there's no difference.
Yeah, it's really funny how gypsies get fucked by all sorts of authoritarians. Doesn't matter if right wing or left wing.
Exactly, but the gypsies don't blow themselves up in suicide bombs.
Yeah.
The thing is, people talk badly about gypsies, but they're wonderful in a way. I mean, they're great to have if you have old shit you want to get rid of.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, the only thing you have to do, I mean, like, I had this really old fucking bike that I had no use for anymore. So essentially, I just, put it next to a fucking next to a fucking pole, and I just took the cheapest fucking possible bike lock, and then I just went to whistling, and whistling it will attract a gypsy. That's a scientifically proven fact. And when I turned around after 100 feet, voila, it was gone.
And so, if you just left it there without a lock on it, would they walk past?
No, it was a shitty lock. Here's the thing: if you don't have a lock, no, listen. If you don't have a lock on the fucking bike, they're gonna assume that it's a fucking trap. Okay, they're very fucking shy. These gypsies. Okay, they're sort of like Bambi. Okay, you have to be really careful.
Yes.
You have to sneak it in. Okay, you need to use fucking reverse psychology on these bitches. Okay, so then you can get rid of all the shit you don't need anymore.
But that's lazy. We just with the gypsies that I have here in Portugal, I just go, could you get rid of this shit for me? They say, it's metal. Oh yeah, no worries, mate. When you need to get rid of it, tomorrow. Okay, just put it there, or just We don't. Jesus, you guys are so antisocial.
What did you expect?
Well, Sandre is a
Just
racist. I psychically analyzed him with my tarot cards, and he's 100% grade A racist.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, there's this one line you never used in the video, and that's too bad, actually. No, listen, okay? She wanted me to send a pre-recorded message to use in her video, okay? And one line she didn't use, and I think it's really sad. I actually said this, and it was improvised on my part. I didn't follow a script, and I said, Ferguson is proof that the white man's burden never went away.
What?
And that silence is why I didn't use it. See, I got it, but they didn't get it.
Yeah, because they're fucking stupid. I mean, honestly, I've been studying all fucking day. I'm fucking tired. Even I can see that it's a funny joke.
It is a funny joke, yeah.
Yeah, now you get it. Fucking idiot.
I got it before, man. I don't have to laugh at everything.
And see, this is what I've had to deal with, okay? Carlos didn't even realize we were fucking live, so he spent like 15 fucking seconds talking about how he would fucking refresh the page.
Wait, how is he not know? There's like they make you press the live button twice, basically.
Let's just say that I've actually seen his face. I think he has an extra chromosome.
No, I don't.
He has. What does Missy J say? A Mormon face?
A Celtic person does not have an extra chromosome. We are pure.
Yeah, you have two instead.
I love it when
double the joy.
I love it when inferior races speak about how pure they are.
I'm not an inferior race. I am the master race. We have given you the whole of Europe our genes. We developed the culture of Europe as it is now.
You in Portugal, you actually give the rest of Europe, all the fucking engineers or all the fucking doctors and shit, because nobody wants to fucking stay in your shitty country.
Oh yes, exactly.
Am I breaking down?
Yeah, no, I think he's breaking down.
I mean, I actually think that's how how Carlos lost his chromosome. He just didn't want to stay there anymore.
Exactly. I had to go to Australia to actually get my back.
Okay, what?
I think he's hanging up again.
Yeah, I think his retard level is too high. It's over 9,000.
I think at one point we might end up, suddenly going offline. The stream suddenly ends and shit like that.
Yeah, thankfully you're a mod.
I'm a mod, yeah, but I have to leave as soon as Moka sends me an invite.
Me too.
Hey, motherfucker.
Bering, what time is it in Australia right now?
It's 8:34, man.
Shit.
In the morning?
Yeah.
You've been up all night?
No. I was asleep for a little while, but I fucking got up. I got up to listen to Saga and shit. I woke up, they were pissing up, started listening to that. How was that MGTOW faggot? He fucking gave me the shits, that cunt.
Maybe
He gave you the shit.
Actually.
Thinking Ape. I actually know Thinking Ape.
No, not Thinking Ape. Fucking Stardust.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He used to be Stardust. Now he's Thinking Ape.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
I think the guy is a bit pretentious, to be honest.
He's alright. I had some really nice conversations with him. To be
No.
honest.
I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, some of the best people are fucking pretentious, but you know, it's just that sometimes when I try to, I actually don't know why the fuck he's a subscriber of mine, because I don't think we have a lot in common actually, but like I've tried to watch his videos and you know, like actually absorb what he's trying to say. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't speak to me for some reason.
I think he is pretty much the oldest MGTOW YouTuber, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Yeah, he is.
He doesn't seem like as much of a loose cannon as some of these guys are.
Yeah, he's been doing this for 5 years or something.
Shit.
Yeah.
So he was MGTOW before there was MGTOW, in essence.
The hipster is strong in him.
What happened as I dropped?
You lost connection, I guess. So I actually just looked it up. When you lose connection, the stream goes on for 5 minutes, meaning you have 5 minutes to get back in. And if you don't get back in within these... Yeah, and if you don't get in within these 5 minutes, it closes, yeah. Oh.
Have my connection or whatever it is. Anyway,
I get a lot of shit. I get a lot of shit because of the people who I bring on my Hangouts and with who I...
No.
Yeah, why do you let these people on? Why do you... No. Because I like bringing in Robin Geffin, who pretty much is... He's pretty left-wing from me, even though I'm left-wing, which is a bit weird. And, yeah, people actually bitched about you, Sandre.
He's too much of an
Really?
idealist when it comes to...
Really? Well, here's the thing, Kraut. I don't give a shit.
Exactly.
People might try that. You know,
and the worst thing is that people...
have you tried simply not giving a shit?
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm just saying that a lot of people complain about the people who I bring on my Hangouts, and I don't give a fuck.
And you think they don't do that for me, okay? All the fucking time. But do you know why? Do you know why some people are invited more than others on my streams?
Because they don't call you a racist.
No. I'm gonna let you guess here, Kraut.
I'm going to guess for the same reason as I do. I like to bring on people who disagree with me.
Well, that's not the only reason. Essentially, because I like talking to them. That's it. I don't give a flying fuck if there's whiners in my audience, because there's always whiners. You're never going to be able to satisfy everyone.
I feel amused by them to some extent. Amused. It's like, why don't you run your YouTube channel like I would run your YouTube channel? Well, go run your own fucking YouTube channel.
You would have got some heat over fucking Layman. He's a faggot.
I like bringing Layman on because he fucking destroys everything.
He loves you, by the way, Bering.
Yeah, everyone loves me, man.
You know, some men just want to watch the world burn, and those men are like Dr. Layman.
Yeah, no, I do appreciate it. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I love the way he talks. He just has a very memorable, you know...
Hey, bro, let me red pill you on something. Let me red pill you on something. Faggot red pill. Yes. Faggot red pill you. Can you come to my place and fuck my wife? And I will watch wearing a gorilla costume.
You know, cucking is a thinking man's fetish.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome, actually. I love talking to him. But he's the kind of person you want to bring on if you just don't give a fuck about the stream, you know?
Well, he can be very serious on occasions.
Yeah, but it's usually on Skype.
I can do
I've
that.
noticed.
And Skype is rather unserious, to be honest.
I don't know. I've had some pretty serious discussions with him on there on the very nature of sociology and so on. I mean, the guy can actually be very serious and very intellectual to talk to, but it's like he doesn't really want to bring forth that person when he's in streams, I guess. I think the reason he jumps into streams is sort of the same reason I hold them. It's sort of therapeutic for us.
Yeah.
Just want to unwind, you know.
Well, because I do my fucking streams. Oh, yeah, Carlos?
I was just going to say that between the stream...
No.
And he dies.
And
Don't drop
Twitter.
Carlos.
I don't have... I absolutely blank out.
You know,
you blank out all the time.
Have you guys seen the poster of the kitten holding onto, a fucking tight fucking line or something, and it says "Hang on there, baby."
It's usually in fat bitches' offices.
Yeah, but here's the thing. That's sort of the stream right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick is here. Hello, how are you doing?
I clearly have timing that's as good as it's ever been if we're all just hanging in there till Friday, baby.
How are you, Nick?
Are you still in the mountains?
No, that was only for 3 days. I've been back since then. Shoulder's still killing me, though.
What happened?
16 years of bad habits, aging, and not skiing. Yeah, apparently it does in fact have an impact on one's winter athleticism.
Oh, man. That is, yeah. You see, that's why I'm keep telling you, okay, that you gotta masturbate more often. That way you really work out the shoulder.
I think it has more to do with how vigorous you do it than how frequently.
And you gotta switch your arm too. Trust me, it also spices things up.
Yeah, but it just doesn't feel right though.
I think you're just a noob, Bearing.
I don't think anyone who's on the internet with any level of actual following or subscription is a noob to, like, masturbation. Probably what brought everyone to the internet in the first place.
Bearing, do you even know what snow is?
Snow?
Yeah.
It's like frozen water, isn't it?
Wasn't that a rapper back in the 90s?
What are we talking? Are we talking about blow here or what?
No, but snow. The thing that falls from the skies and lies on mountains.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were being like fucking... I thought you were...
No. You don't have snow in Australia, do you? You don't.
Oh, we've got a little bit of snow. We've got snow every now and again. You got to drive up to the fucking mountains for it, though. It's a pain in the cunt.
Bearing's the kind of fella to, like, you say snow and frozen water is his second thought. You say China and a country is his third thought. I miss cocaine. Did I say that out loud?
Again, I apologize for dropping. I was just going to say that I'm drinking, Nicholas, the John...
And there he goes again.
Portuguese internet. That's Portuguese internet for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Try again there. What are you drinking?
He's drinking this English beer.
Oh.
He showed it to us earlier.
Oh, probably the Guinness Dublin Porter.
No, it's some kind of ale.
Oh, it's the golden ale. Yeah, he was asking me, he's like, I'm thinking about saving one of them. I'm like, well, then the porter's the only one you can go with because that golden ale's going to turn to water in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Exactly. Anyway, Portuguese internet, I have 8 megabits in the fucking middle of Shitsville. If I was living in a city, I would have fiber at 400 megabits.
No, let's be honest. The real problem is just that the English won't let you sail to Africa and steal a bunch of internet from them.
We got better internet than the bloody British.
Everyone in Portugal,
my-
everyone in Portugal's been secretly like just tapping into like open Spanish Wi-Fi networks, but now the internet's gone because no one's been able to pay the bill.
Actually, it's the opposite way around. We have our television is codified at MP4.
Mm-hmm.
Our terrestrial, while Spanish is MP3. Do you see? We adopt every major innovation in the world. Just bloody our IT companies get rich. They don't care about the shit we are. We could have adopted their bloody average European MP3 codification for terrestrial digital television. No, we had to be the Japanese of Europe or the Korean of Europe. Yeah. So we have awesome internet.
North Portugal is Beth's
Portugal.
No, I mean I can't even speak as an American because all of my European friends
You have
consistently
to,
laugh to
guys have to come over.
I will.
Oh well, I
American-
have to go now. Take care, guys. I will see you around.
See ya,
Bye.
man. Sandra, man. It's been for my rural hangout.
Yeah, fuck off.
Exactly. Fuck you too.
What a cunt.
He's alright. He's alright. But compared to Australian internet, where they still fucking haven't have the NBN rollout, what's up, Bering? Explain yourself.
I've got some cunt on a bicycle sort of contraption out the back, pedaling as hard as he can to make my internet keep going, man.
Yeah, that's about it. Malcolm Turnbull's really laughing.
Yeah,
Am I right?
no, you gotta get yourself a black guy to pedal. That's all.
Oh, I have squirrels actually powering my internet at the moment. So it's quite good. They can pedal at 8 megabytes per minute or per second.
That's quite impressive for squirrels.
They are.
Well, my downloads.
Up behind.
Yeah, I think
So
my
you-
downloads cap out at like 4
At 4 what?
megabits.
4 megabits per second.
That was
Yeah.
what the fuck? That's
Oh.
1998 when I had first
It's the
internet.
absolute.
4
This is
megabits.
not even internet. How can you survive with that? This is impossible.
No, it does the trick, and I mean that's just like my download speeds typically.
Oh, okay.
And that.
I'm actually
I mean,
on a fax machine.
I'm on a fax machine speaking into a pager.
You're on dial-up internet, maybe?
Be more or less, yeah.
We've learned
So
the art of
people,
making.
we have an absolute serve booze. Anyone want to ask him a question, or should I?
Yeah, you go.
It's your stream.
Okay, my stream. The Belgian beers. What do you reckon, Nicholas?
I like good. Well, actually, a good fair portion of them. Haven't had too many I didn't like. It all comes down to the yeast, really, which is what makes them
Yes.
especially separate. I mean, there was a brewery just about 2 miles away from me. Took a strain of American yeast and a strain of Belgian yeast, and they made 2 identical brews, with the only difference being the yeast. You know, they mashed and boiled at the same everything, and the 2 came out worlds apart. And so
Exactly. Yeah.
it'd be nice, and they're very boozy too. That's usually they seem to average between like 7 and maybe like 12%.
Nice.
And actually, I got an email today, fortunately. Actually, Lafroig is going to be sending me a bottle of their newest creation. Shit retails for $125 a bottle.
What size bottle?
Oh, it's a 750 milliliter, full-size bottle of scotch.
Oh, Scotch.
Right.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I thought it would be about 5 liters.
No, I mean you do have things like, if anybody wants something funny to look at, just Google Brewdog: The End of History. So this beer was 50% alcohol per volume. It was it retailed for, I want to say, opening retail was up around like 700 or 800 pounds, British pounds, a 12-ounce bottle. And they were mounted. No, you got to Google and look at the image though, because you'll see they mounted the bottles into squirrels.
What do I Google?
Brewdog.
You can write it in the chat. How do you actually not distill, brew 50% alcohol?
Well, I got most of your question in between you breaking up there, but the alcohol, the alcohol in given beers, or like anything else, it's created from the yeast eating the sugars.
Exactly, yeah.
Which are in there. So, depending on how long you let it ferment for, how much yeast you add, how much sugar is in the thing, how much malt you put in, it is possible to get them up there. I mean, I have a beer in front of me. It's a Sam Adams Utopias. The thing, these retail each year when they come out for around $200 to $300 a bottle, and it's 26%. Now, it's not carbonated, which is the interesting thing.
Yes.
Are they fucking real squirrels they put it in?
Yeah, no, those are dead squirrels. Those are like stuffed those are like dead squirrels that they collected and taxidermied and mounted beer bottles inside of. And then sometimes they put like little tuxedos and shit on them.
Yeah, I'm looking at I got one in a kilt here and one in a tuxedo. Yeah. That's pretty morbid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be, yeah.
Now those guys, well, interestingly enough though, those guys, they also made another brew called Sink the Bismarck and the Atomic Penguin. I think Sink the Bismarck was around 40%, but they recently came under actually an SJW petition drive because they put out, I forget what it was called, but they
something feminist, yeah.
Well, no, they had a beer that was coming out in part of their marketing campaign. So the two bearded brewmasters had a picture of themselves taken in what looked like a red light district window. And they're dressed up like prostitutes, and they've got like really whorish makeup on, and the caption read, "Please don't make us do this," right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, naturally a fuck ton of, I'm gonna guess, just because the irony would be palpable, I'm gonna guess straight edge, vegan, hipster, social justice types, dubbed it transphobic. And launched a petition, a Change.org petition to call on them to stop it. And the public relations pressure got so bad that they yielded, and then they released a beer called No Labels, which they're saying is the first transgender beer.
Oh, I think I've heard about that one, yeah. Yeah. Didn't they have a whinge about that one too?
Oh, I'm sure they were. I mean, these are innocent, goofy brewers. They make beer for a living. They have no idea about like the nature of those who are professionally butthurt and how there's never going to be any pleasing them.
I am so lucky where I live because we don't have that shit. And
you guys legalize drugs. Everyone's able to just get high and realize.
No, we have not legalized drugs. We have decriminalized drug consumption. You can still get arrested for possession up to over a certain amount, but you cannot get arrested for consumption. That's it.
Okay.
So, but I'm going to a craft beer festival 70 kilometers from where I live in June, I think it is. I'm planning to bring in the best beer that I can afford. Just to keep.
Well, keep in mind that it doesn't always come down to price. A lot of times you'll find absolute rock stars that just nobody knows about.
Oh,
we have a brewery. We have a brewery here actually. Like no one really even knows about them just because they're so small and they have yet to really expand at all. But everything they make is amazing, and I found out. The brewmaster's got something of sort of an unfair advantage working on in his benefit is that his day job, he's a biology teacher. So, and if you know anything about brewing, it's all microbiology. So he actually cultures and basically engineers his own yeast strains. And when you're working when you're working that closely, that's kind of like beer god level. Like you're brewing God.
But doesn't the hops also affect the beers?
No, yeah, no, everything affects it. I mean, when it comes to hops, for one thing, like hops, every year there are like at least a dozen new strains that come out because it's kind of like it's a cousin of the cannabis plant. But
yes.
I mean, if you try a heather ale, for instance, there's no hops in heather ales whatsoever because they didn't even have hops when they started making them.
I want to try ales without hops because the ones that I've been drinking have hops. I want an absolutely pure ale as it was before hops was introduced.
You can find some of them.
Industry, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're not. I mean some of them are good. It depends on your tastes too. I mean, like if you try the Frauch heather ale, it's a Scottish recipe. It's 6,000-year-old style actually. It tastes.
Exactly.
It tastes like flowers because it's made with heather.
Yeah. When I was in Australia, I went to the Austrian Association bar type thing, and they served me this beer that absolutely smelled like a freshly cut field of hay.
Mm-hmm.
I still remember that. I don't know the name of what I drank, but I still remember, even physically, I can still smell and taste that beer, that drink, that beer.
You can, I mean, you can get. I mean, well, for one thing, that sounds like a wheat beer, which is, it's a.
It was.
Yeah.
It's the way of ice beer. Yes.
Yeah, ice beer. I mean, over here, there's a brewer nearby who made a bacon stout. Tasted like.
Okay.
Yeah, it tastes like chocolate and coffee at the beginning, and then after, in the finish, you just your sinus is just filled with the sensation of applewood bacon.
Shit.
This John Smith's, it has. I felt I noticed some citrus, and it was quite sweet.
That's what you get with golden ales, yeah.
Yeah, it was quite sweet in the aftertaste, but then a bit later on, it became quite bitter. I drank that, and I haven't drank whiskey yet up until I finished it. Yeah.
Do you mean towards the end of the bottle, or towards the end of the pour?
Yeah, towards the end. After about 3 to 5 minutes later, after I drank it, whatever I was drinking, as I was drinking, 5 minutes later, I found that it became a slightly bitter, hoppish taste, hoppish influence.
Probably had some double hops to it.
Yeah, it has a lot of hops, yeah. So.
Yeah, well, the European styles of hops, like the German and the English styles, those are known as noble hops, and those typically, they're not as bitter as like American styles are. They're not as grassy or piney. They're usually a bit more floral and earthy.
I haven't drank American beers yet.
It's getting better. Don't judge it by the Bud Light and shit.
Oh, no. I know there are some awesome small breweries and medium-sized breweries in America.
Pretty soon, within the next couple of years, within the next couple of years throughout Europe, especially, you'll begin seeing a brewery called Lagunitas. That's out of Petuma, California. They sold half of their company to Heineken. They went after Heineken too.
I hope so.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, like Heineken wasn't even initially interested, and they had been searching for a partner. And you can actually find an essay written by the brewmaster where he compares their hunt for a corporate partner to Dante's Inferno. But yeah, they do a lot of very interesting things. They actually had they have one brew out called the Undercover Shutdown, and this was because it got around to law enforcement that a rumor that people on the brewery floor were selling weed to the tours. And so an undercover cop went in as part of the tour, and he just went up to an obvious stoner working on the brewery floor, and he's like, "Hey, can you help me out with some weed?" And the guy was just like, "Oh, you need some weed? Oh, yeah, here you go, have some." He's like, "Oh, what do I owe?" He's like, "No, man, you can just have it. That's cool. Enjoy, dude." And they shut the brewery down. Yeah.
Right, but that's technically not sales. He gave it to him. So
no, that's the thing, is when they brought them to court. They had the brewery shut down, and then they brought them to court, and in court they got off because it wasn't a sale.
Exactly.
So they celebrated by releasing a beer called the Undercover Shutdown Ale.
Oh, I hope I get that beer here, because I love beer, and I love whiskey, and I love Well, I don't love brandy as much, and brandy, cognac, and that because I find it too sweet. So basically, yeah, anything that comes from the barley family, I'm fine.
Yeah, I've discovered there's little that I don't like drinking these days.
Yeah, I used to drink a firewater, a Portuguese aguardente. It's basically young brandy, as it comes out of the distillation.
Before it's without being aged in any barrels.
Yeah, but then they age it and maintain the actual characteristics of that raw product. It's aged aguardente. It's nowhere near as sweet as brandy, because brandy has that sweet taste, and cognac as well, which I don't care much about. I like something that's not sweet, and one of them is Bridge of Amarante, or that's I'm translating now. Ponte di Amarante. That's what I used to drink. Now I just drink whiskey. So, and it's getting quite sold here in Portugal because they serve it cold. They put the actual bottle in the refrigerator, and when they serve it, it's cold, sometimes with a sprig of lemon, and it's our summer type drink here.
No, it sounds like an old-fashioned.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to that Scotch showing up. I actually just finished the rum that I was sent last week, so.
I was given a 50 proof rum from a friend of mine. He got it from his cousin that went to Martinique in the Caribbean. Light. I don't know. He gave me the.
Well, 50 proof would mean it's 25%. Which, I mean, most rum that I come across, it's usually 80 proof.
Well, no, this is 80%, 80, no, 50.
50%. Well, that would make it, because that would make it 100 proof.
I'm not sure how the American system works.
The way we do it, like proof, basically is just 2 times the percentile content.
Yeah. This one was 50 percentile.
So
it would be 100 proof.
Pretty boozy, yeah. You could probably light it on fire.
It does. Trust me. I've tried it. I drank it with Coca-Cola, and it's fucking powerful. That shit. Very, very. It has a slight fruity sweetness to it, but just the absolute tinge of it. I don't know the brand because he gave it to me in a bottle. So.
Yeah, if it's from Martinique, it's probably a plantation rum, which means it's probably got some. I mean, under the alcohol bite, it's probably got some notes of like brown sugar and butterscotch.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Yeah. Thinking about it, yes, exactly. Brown sugar, not as much butterscotch in this one that I have here, but slightly more coffee. Just a tinge of coffee.
Yeah, just to add a little bit of bitterness to whatever sweetness is there.
Absolutely. Wow.
Hey boys, I got to run. Thanks for having me, man.
Bearing. It's been an honor, man. I'll be almost closing soon. I think we've established a nice chat. It's been an honor. Thank you, man. Thank you for inaugurating my meeting.
Yeah, thanks again for having me, man. I'll catch you later, Nick.
See you, man.
Cheers, mate. Cheers.
Later, man.
Hey, bub.
Yeah, I think we've covered most of stuff here. If anyone wants to add something else, any other subject, we can just continue.
I do have to go in a bit. Well, actually, I do have to go now. We're starting the other stream with Sevi.
Yes.
We're going to start like the offline hangout right now. I don't know when we're going to start, so if you guys want to join later, I'll see you there.
Okay, Habeeb, thank you for the chat, man.
Okay, see you later, man.
I think we can finish the first try at a live stream. This channel is my live stream. I am absolutely in awe and absolutely honored to have you guys here. So thank you. I think I'll stop it now and we can finish this off because this has been okay.
All right, see you later, Matt. Bye-bye.
Cheers, bud.
See ya.